Hey, we're back with Elysian Road, going into part 2 of today's episode. You killed the guy in charge of Paragon Science, so nice job.
Yeah.
But there's still yet another problem in store, and that is Viggo's crew has shown up to save their friend, and they think you're in the way.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we kind of are, yeah.
So I'm just going to roll once. No, I won't do that. I'll do this. At least do that. Oh, they're rolling pretty high. Of course, Jenkins. Not going very fast here. Cool. So, well, Ada wanted to go. Ada and Kiana go at the same time, so I'll just have Ada go. And do what she said. What she was going to do. So she teleports in. She doesn't actually see clone Viggo over here, so she teleports into real Viggo and scoops him up and teleports away, as far as I know. Let's take a look at what she has available to her. Yeah, I mean, given that she'd be like level 6 at the very least by this point, I think she'd probably have the same sort of thing that Alex did, where, you can teleport and then teleport out again really quickly. So she's going to do that. She's going to grab Viggo, teleport back out into the hallway. That's her turn. Kiana's going to take a shot at you, Evelyn.
Hey, hold up. Maybe they shouldn't be level 6. All things considering, we're gods, and they just spent the last 3 months in an apartment building.
That's fair.
But it is what it is. I was also thinking in terms of balancing. There's only 2 of us.
She got a 1. She just rolled a 1.
Never mind. They can stay the way they are.
They're gonna need all the help they can get. So yeah, Kiana just takes a pot shot in your direction as they start moving away, because they're just okay, we got it. Let's go. And then it is. I'll say you can go before Jenkins.
That's me.
What do you do, Evelyn?
So. Can I just roll a no to figure out what's going on here, so that I can tell that they're trying to rescue him and not trying to keep him for the just based off of how they're dressed and everything like that. Can I make a no roll to assume that they're not with the Imperium and that they're here to help him?
You can make a. I don't know. I think it'd be a notice roll, not a no roll.
Okay, that's fine.
Notice with
I feel
wisdom or charisma. What are those? Probably wisdom.
8.
8 is good enough to be confused, but not enough to know for sure, right?
Can I also... Actually, no, I'll let Fergus do that on his turn. Fergus, you should definitely be I have the real one.
I was hoping that would happen.
And then can I say that because I'm quite literally just doing notice, can I go pick up my gun?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pick up my gun.
Yep. I'm going to make... So Jenkins stands there.
Do you want me to step forward like this or something, or just stay where I was?
Fine. You can stay where you are.
Okay.
I was assuming the gun would be about there anyway. So
yeah, that's what I figured too. Or which way did we come in? Did we come in through this way?
You came in through that way, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Jenkins just stands there for a moment, and he's his weird ceramic robot face is just staring.
No, he has a human-like face. Thank you very much.
No, I know, but it's made out of ceramic or whatever. Yeah, it looks human-ish, but it's still, it's not skin or anything, so it doesn't look actually like a human. Looks like a painting of a human on ceramic.
Really? Because I thought it was a big reveal that he was a robot. In the when we did our
true, it was.
Yeah.
But we all thought he just was wearing a helmet the whole time.
I don't.
Yeah, it was kind of unclear because that was most of our assumptions, and then the last, like, really deep into the session, you like revealed, oh yeah, he has a human-looking face, but I don't.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think
it
matters.
I think whatever Jared decides.
I mean, yeah, of course. The only issue I see with that is like you don't have like an actual human face, so I don't think you could have ever pulled that off.
What do you mean I don't have like an actual human face?
I mean, the Order of the Dust didn't at that point have access to like bioengineering technology that could make you an actual human face that would fool people.
What? I mean, I wasn't under the assumption he got his stuff from them. He just worked for them. But
I guess, but like the only other, only Paragon could have pulled that off.
Okay.
So it just, I don't think. Again, I didn't listen to the session recently, so I don't want to.
Maybe Ulysses is your real maker.
I don't want to retcon anything, but I was under the impression that he was like wearing a helmet. Either way, whatever, it doesn't matter 100% at this point. He's staring, and he is going to make a roll. Okay. He's staring, and then he seems to shake his head and like, no, that's not it. And then he just, that's basically what he spent his turn doing. But then he like turns to like run with the others. That was his action, and then they're moving away.
Okay, Jared, this is your time. This is your time to shine.
So the lady teleported out of the room.
Correct.
Yep.
They're all over here. And that's real Viggo. This is fake Viggo.
So wait, they took fake Viggo?
No, they took real Viggo.
Caleb, I think you should make a luck save to see which one they take.
No, because he
literally was not in a line of sight.
Yeah.
What? How are either of them in line of sight?
This guy wasn't in line of sight. This guy
Viggo was right
was
here.
Over here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And Evelyn was like focused on him. So like, yeah, it was pretty obvious.
All right. So it is my turn now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I tell them like, well, at least we have the real one. Let's get out of here.
Okay, make a talk roll.
Can I roll with intelligence? Since the switcheroo is kind of more of an intelligence base.
Sure.
The best I could have possibly.
Incredible.
So dang it, I should have added more to that.
I mean, I think it's like Fergus is just so good at this point that like he just like telekinesis the guy in front of him, right? And just like, oh, isn't it great how we have the real one? And we all know that Fergus is going to just succeed at anything he ever says. So you don't question it too much. And they turn, and one of them like stops Ada, right? Because she can't hear. And they look back, and I think we can pause turn order because Kiana just stops and then says,
I don't want to metagame, but could I add more to that?
That's fine. Yeah.
I put my finger up to his neck and I'm just like, we got the real one. Stop fighting.
Yeah, they stop and they look at you, and Kiana kind of like glances at Jenkins and then looks back and says, how do we know you're not bluffing?
You don't.
Who are you?
Oh, this is great because he always just announces himself as himself.
Uh-huh.
My name is Fergus McIngernhale, and I am your worst nightmare.
And Jenkins just starts laughing. Kiana, just lower your gun.
In my head, Evelyn is like, usually you cause more fear into people when you say that.
Jenkins takes a step forward and he just says, Fergus? Is that you?
Well, that is just who I said I was, so yes.
And Fergus, what's your brother's real name?
I don't remember.
I don't know if we ever actually came up with a name for him.
I think I did it. I had it at one point, but like
we can retcon.
Yeah.
I'm going to generate a random Scottish name here.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's say his name is Liam.
Ooh.
Oh, Caleb, don't do that. Don't do that, Caleb.
I'm doing it for Jared.
Caleb, no.
Yes.
No, his character is just two name jokes. You understand that, right?
Liam McKagan.
He's just two jokes.
Yeah.
That's all he is. Oh, man.
So he turns, he just says, it's me, Liam, your brother.
Fergus is just like, oh man, this could go both ways. This could go two ways. So did we, what exactly did we set as like the canon for what happened to him?
Well, so we had the flashback. Yeah, we had a flashback where your brother like had you hide in like a bunker or something because there was like an actual like a terrorist attack going on, and then he ran into like a building to like save someone, and then like it collapsed.
I thought that's what happened.
Yeah,
I was like, I remember. I literally just during this session, I was like, I think I know when he was revealed. Like, I think I know where they made this up.
Yeah. And so he like was never heard from again. Like the building collapsed and it got horribly burned and died. But in reality, he just got really maimed and disfigured and then got rebuilt somehow. As like a weird robot, brain in a jar sort of thing. And yeah, it's Liam.
I think Fergus is just kind of dumbfounded.
Mm-hmm. And Kiana just says, what? I don't understand. He's your brother? What are the odds of what? And yeah, Ada just signs like, I don't know what's going on.
Evelyn takes steps forward here.
That's not possible.
No.
Evelyn just like walks towards them and it's just like, my name is Evelyn Leidner. You might know me as Athena. I am Viggo once saved me. Or you might know him by a different name. I don't know. Or because what's his name? The clone had said that his name was Garrett before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, Garrett, you call him?
Kiana just
we came here
frowns.
to rescue him because, well, I love him.
And
I've searched the universe for him.
Jenkins just says, you seem a little young for him, kid.
Yes, I guess I do. Actually, no. I'm gonna call that. I don't think they would notice how young I am. I I look pretty mature and like battle hardened, don't I?
I think Evelyn thinks she looks that way.
Crap. And like Becca trying to be intimidating.
But like these are like actual mercenaries.
Crap.
Yeah, Fergus. How old is Fergus? 13.
Real life 13. Yeah.
Yeah, Fergus, the 13-year-old, is more intimidating than Evelyn.
I don't know if that's true, but
he has the scary.
She's more scary, creepy.
Not like a child.
Yeah, good point.
Darn it.
So yeah, there's just like a moment of like, what is happening on both sides? And that's when you hear like alarms go off.
Evelyn drops the gun that she had picked up before, and she says, "I'm not gonna fight you. If you're here to get him out, let's work together."
Make a talk rule.
Crap.
You can take a +2 bonus because Fergus is Jenkins' brother.
Okay. Phew. So charisma though?
Yeah.
Wow.
Your rolls are coming in clutch today,
what
dude.
What is going on? I'm so happy.
Wow. Evelyn can talk. So yeah, you say that, and I think Jenkins looks at Kiana and just says, he doesn't say anything. He just looks at her like, I think we should. And then Kiana just says, all right, snap decision. We're doing this together. Let's go.
Wait.
Hold on, I do have a question. What is Garrett thinking this whole time?
He's just like,
he knows who his friends are, right? He recognizes his friends, right?
He doesn't.
He doesn't?
No. He looks just as confused.
Oh.
And we get a shot on Ulysses Salgado with foam coming out of his mouth as he's lying there dead. And the implication of the shot is there may have been a secret that Ulysses could have told you as to what was going on with him that you'll never know now.
I'll just have to. I mean, I'm just gonna blow his head off and then
the clone.
Yeah, well, not the clone, the real one, and then repair him.
Hey, it worked for this one.
It did.
I think to Connor, I'm like, or Evelyn, should I blow his? Oh no, I don't think that yet because Fergus is still.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah,
Fergus is still a little. Yeah, but yeah, he's just like, okay. There's no way you're okay. He's dropped the he's dropped the doctor skin at this point.
Oh
okay, no.
Right. Whoa. Wait a second. Oh, I guess you still introduce yourself as yourself though.
Yeah, I dropped. Well, yeah. Is he confused that I'm like a doctor person?
So I think Jenkins at least knew you were a psychic, right?
Okay.
Well, what age? No, you were really little. Psychic powers like come at puberty.
Uh-oh.
I literally forgot that you were in doctor mode. Like he wouldn't have immediately. Can we just say that when you, for continuity's sake, can we say that when you introduce yourself, you just turn into kid version again?
Or when he reacted to the name, right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just because otherwise, that scene would have gone very differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, cool.
Like okay. Because I don't think Fergus is convinced yet. Because he knows like telepaths and
bioscience,
yeah. And that androids who know all of his secrets in past exist. Like, oh, no, I'm not. But you don't look anything like my brother.
Well,
my brother died. Tell me something only Jenkins would know. I mean, dang it, Liam would know.
Yeah. Are we really gonna do that cliche, Fergus?
No, but prove it. I fought androids, telepaths. I'm not buying it. Why shouldn't I blow you up right now?
I mean, yeah, he would give you like that was me as As Jenkins saying that, by the way.
Mhm.
It's like, are we really
okay,
going to do
I thought
that?
that was-
No, that was Jenkins saying it. Are we really going to do this cliche, Fergus?
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that too. I was like, no, that wasn't cliche. That was fine.
So that's if he said that in character, how would you have responded?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just say that's my response. I'm like, yeah, we're doing this.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know, Jared. You tell me what would be the thing that he'd say.
Oh boy, it's been a long time since.
Because obviously he could tell you, oh yeah, I died this time, and this is what I said to you right before I went off.
Mhm.
But like, you also know that an AI learned all your secrets, so
Mhm.
it'd have to be something. There would have to be some sort of intimate moment you guys shared that like he'd go
Mhm.
to.
Should I go with the cliche? He starts singing the lullaby he sung to me as a child.
I don't think I feel like Jenkins isn't the sort of character who would do that.
Oh, I think he is.
A character.
Yeah, I think he acts all gruff and stuff on the outside, but it's like that moment where he's gonna sing.
He wouldn't be the character who would actually know how to sing. But yes, sure, he would. He would very badly sing the lullaby. Sure.
Yeah. Well, he probably used to have a really good voice and now doesn't.
Oh, that's true. No, now he has a perfect voice because it's all modulated.
Oh, it's like it's
auto-tune. It's all auto-tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's here, wait a second. Scottish lullaby.
Jared, you should just have him sing the song from Seven Deadly Sins. The lullaby for a hawk.
Oh yeah.
So he sings blow the wind blow. No, that's not the right tune I want. That was the first tune that came to my mind. Blow the wind blow, swift and low, blow the wind o'er the ocean. Breakers rolling to the coastline, bringing ships to harbor. Gulls against the morning sunlight, flying off to freedom.
Yeah, Fergus is just like bawling now.
Yeah. And who knows? Yeah, that's obviously not the original tune of whatever Scottish lullaby that was, but apparently things have been jumbled up that that's the tune now. Or at least Jenkins thinks that's the tune now. Yeah.
This is such a beautiful moment.
So Fergus is like crying, and Jenkins, I think, just walks over, leans down, so he's like on one knee, and he just says, hey, remember what I told you? No tears unless it matters.
I think my dead brother coming back from the dead matters at least a little bit.
Of course it does.
And this is like such a stark contrast for his character because we're so used to him being way more adult now.
Yeah.
But he used to be like this, like seemed like a kid. And now he acts like a kid again. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Jenkins gives you a hug, but like, it's he's being as careful as he can because he's a giant robot thing now. Okay. Alarm's still blaring. We got to go.
Oh yeah, we caused quite a ruckus.
I don't think that was you. I think that was us.
What do you guys do?
We may have blown a hole in the side of the place.
Oh, I guess I expected worse.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna tell you what we did.
Yeah, and you guys book it. So I'm trying to decide. This is not at all how I thought this session was going to go, whatsoever.
So do we end here, say that we got out, and then just like meet up with the old with Carly and David when they're free, or I should say Dylan and Oat?
That's what I'm wondering. So you take clone Viggo, right? Or do you leave him?
No, we should take Clone Viggo just in case.
Okay. But like, yeah, the thing is like, Fergus
Well,
has
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Leave him here?
No.
You know what
I
mean?
was just saying. I'm not saying anything about that anymore. I'm saying like, if Fergus has complete control over Clone Viggo, and real Viggo is totally disjointed right now and like disoriented. I don't think like that would be the only thing that I'd think that would happen between then and getting out is just like the clone drama, but like Fergus has got that handled. I don't know. Maybe that is it. Because yeah, obviously we could play out like a bigger thing where you guys are like escaping and stuff, but I don't have stats for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I care to run a giant. Like you already got in and you got what you came for. It's always more interesting to like just kind of hand wave the getting out part.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we just see you guys run off. But I think we get like a final scene that you guys aren't there for to kind of like close off the session. We see. Oh no, I remember. I remember. Okay, you guys start running. Fergus, make a mental save for me.
Uh-oh. So this is like the close to the end of the session, right?
Yeah.
What would her mental save be? Evangelia.
I certainly higher than yours.
Okay.
Wait, is Evangelia trying to take over?
No, Fergus is saying Fergus has an ability to use her stuff instead of his.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
Let me double check what level 10 is. Yeah, she'd probably have like level 10 level saves. So I just
click that.
Yeah, you can click it now. Oh,
what?
And you still failed. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's bad.
By 1.
Yikes.
So does Alex just like take over his body?
So yeah. Fergus?
Yes.
Suddenly in your brain, Alex and Victor at once just start screaming. Right? So you weren't really in your brainscape at all. You weren't even paying attention to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Evangelia and shadowy Rick Astley in the background, right? In your brainscape, you're not paying attention to this, but we see Evangelia like looking at these like two figures, and we see Alex and Victor, and they're just like whatever the brainscape right now looks like I think it looks like the kitchen of the Voice Grace, and Alex and Victor are just sitting at the table in the kitchen there, right? And they're just like drinking coffee. And Evangelia and Rick are just like staring at them like, and Evangelia is just like, you've been sitting here for entire time now and you haven't said a word. I assumed you'd be more alarmed by this situation. And at that point, Alex looks at her and just says, we were trained for this.
How were they trained for being psychically eaten by nanobots?
You don't know. You don't have any idea what's going on right now. But Alex says that, and then Victor follows it up with, samples of frickin' genius. Get yourself an AI when you get the chance. It really comes in handy. And then at that point, they just start screaming, right? And it's so disturbing to watch the scene because it's like just they're normal people, like these actors just start going insane, just going bonkers and just like yelling at the top of their lungs. Alex obviously can get into a much higher register, but Victor sounds like terrifying too. And
so
even
like it's like she's soprano and he's like bass.
Right, exactly. So he's shaking the place and she's just like splitting their eardrums, right?
Yeah.
And Evangelia and Rick try to hold them back, right? Like we see like a force, like the psychic force up here, and then suddenly the Kitchen of the Void's Grace falls apart as if like the atoms of the place just rip into shreds, and they're in just like blackness. Evangeli and Rick just start falling into the abyss, and we just see Alex and Victor like cruciform floating in the void, just like screaming. And Fergus, suddenly you just biff it, right? You lose control of Clone Viggo. He goes skidding as the telekinesis stops. Fergus, you just like literally drop like a stone onto the metal floor, and you're just like shaking and going into a seizure. Obviously Jenkins starts freaking out, and everybody else is like, "Whoa, what's happening? What's happening?" Evelyn, what do you do?
We need to keep going. Okay, I think this is how we get this end scene here. I think Evelyn like at first like stops and like puts a hand on Fergus, and I think and she's like, Fergus, now's not the time. I finally have him. You can't do this to me right now. We have to keep going, please. And Fergus just like starts what? Like he's just like grabbing at his head, and
no, he's not in control of his body at this point, right? Like he's just like he's possessed or something.
Evelyn just like looks to Viggo and looks back at Fergus and closes her eyes and says,
just leave him there.
And just tears. No, just tears. And she says, "I'm so sorry." And grabs Viggo and just keeps running.
Yep. Nice. That's amazing. I love it. So, what do you do? Do you leave the clone there too? Because Fergus was like restraining him with telekinesis. You just leave the clone?
Yeah, maybe the last shot we get is him shooting himself because he knows he's not the real one.
Yeah. So no, this is what happens. You guys round the corner, right? Fergus is still spasming. Well, that's the thing. Jenkins wouldn't leave him.
No, Jenkins wouldn't.
Jenkins is strong. He can carry you.
So you know what? I think for dramatic purposes, I think Jenkins was further ahead when this happened, right? I think this makes way more sense. Because otherwise, this is a non-problem for Evelyn. Like she would just point at Jenkins, but they're already ahead. They're like fighting people ahead, and you just leave, right? And Fergus is just laying there. And so we see you leave. Jenkins isn't paying attention to where Fergus is because he's like, okay, well, we need to get out. Because he's also the strongest, so he's probably carrying Viggo, right? And you guys are just like bursting through a squad of soldiers, and then you get to this like big hole, and you're like trying to get into the ship, right? And it's only at that point that Jenkins like realizes what happened, but it's just too late, right? There's just too much happening, and Kiana's just like, I'm sorry, we have to go, and they just take off. And the last thing we see is we go back to Fergus, and he's just like, like on the ground, and we see the clone like stand up, and he's like looking around and like, and then a soldier like comes around the corner to where they are and says, "Put your hands up above your head now." And he does, right? The clone does. He just does this, and he's like staring at the guy like with daggers. And the lone soldier, he's like got split up from whatever else was happening. He comes, closer, and he's just like, all right, now easy does it. And then of course, when he gets into range, Viggo's clone grabs the gun, like turns it around, shoots the guy in the head, and then the guy drops smoking. And then he just brings the laser pistol up to his own head and fires. And he slumps. His body slumps broken next to Fergus's. And I guess that's where we end. Right?
Yeah, that isn't good.
Like, that's a pretty suitably dramatic end of session moment. I know it's been a short session, but like, wow. Yeah, so my plan would be, right, we go to Dylan and Ode, we figure out what's been going on with them, and we try to meet up, but like, Fergus is doing his own thing right now. Yeah, what do you think, Fergus? Like in terms of, should we end the session right here? Or do you have any ideas or plans on to like try to get out of this? Or is it suitably dramatic to just leave it off here for now? What do you think?
I mean, I don't even know what getting out of this would entail.
Yeah. I think it's more dramatic if we leave it at that, because then I can make Evelyn and or Fergus anywhere we need them to be for the next thing, right? Like Fergus could be captured if that's more convenient, or we could have the team mount a mission to save him, right? Like, we can kind of go several places with that next. Because, I mean, Ode needs you, Fergus, for his own backstory stuff, related to the MES things that's going wrong with that lady.
Yeah.
So he would probably insist on going and grabbing you. But, I mean, it's also a thing as to whether or not Evelyn even shows up again. Right? Like, that's an entirely other thing. We might have like cut back and forth between what Evelyn's doing and what the rest of the team is doing once we get to present time again. But I think I'm fine leaving it there for now, and we can figure out what that looks like when we get there.
Or we could always do they can play, and then we could do side story missions with Evelyn, and everybody else plays their other characters from the crew. That's a possibility as well.
That's fair. Yeah. I have some ideas. Let's let them ruminate for a while.
Okay.
And see what comes. It's just too dramatic. We have to end it there, I think. Like, I was not expecting. That is ridiculous that you failed that save.
Unreal.
That's ridiculous.
But to be fair, we had the greatest luck the entire rest of the session. We rolled like double sixes like 3 times. Wow. Our luck just ran out.
All right, let's roll my normal one and see what it would have been. Oh, I would have just succeeded.
Crazy. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and end it there, and then we will go to an after show and talk a little bit more about everything that's happened this session. This has been Elysian Road. We're out. If you're a patron, look out for that after show. But otherwise, see ya.
Otherwise, you're Scrooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah, get out of here, cheapskate.